Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and as you can see I now have the stereotypical keyboard, top right. I saw it at the HEMA, of course, again, and I thought it was very fun, so I thought I would get one, but it looks nice in the corner, so we're going to keep it there. And over here we have some more highlighters, also from the HEMA, but they have a purpose today. It's not just to show off stuff from the HEMA. We're actually going to talk about the ADHD planners that I reviewed a while ago. Let's grab one. Okay, so here's one as an example where they have got a daily plan, and it's got a bunch of stuff in here which can be nice. I've already reviewed this one a while ago, so you want to see my review of this thing. There is a video in my channel, I think called ADHD Planner Review or something along those lines. But yeah, so I already looked at it, but I had about 4 of these different types, and they all had certain things in common. For instance, the time blocking thing here, and then I will work myself with reminders, contacts, a little bit of stuff. This isn't quite a mood thing. Anyway, I don't have any of this in my planner because I have made a what I think would be a better ADHD planner than the ones that we've seen in these guys. And I'm going to go grab it so I can show you what I've got. So, some dirt came off of that. So this is my Filofax Domino with really nice soft pink. I love it. It's very flexible. And I've printed out a few of my planners, and I first want to talk a little bit about what was on my mind when I made it. And there were 2 things. Mostly that it would have to be simple, to the point, and I wanted the entire day on there, because what I've seen with a lot of planners, just regular ones as well, not just ADHD, just in general, they tend to focus on the work day, and then in particular the work day for people who work regular office hours. So usually it'll start about 7 or maybe 6 if you're lucky, and it'll go to maybe 10. And I kind of don't really like that. When I have a day planner, I want the day on the page. So what I did was the following. I did this. So we have here my Filofax ruler. This is actually no longer part of my design. I've taken that off. So anyway, so what do we have here? We have simply somewhere to put the date. We have a mood tracker with just the basic moods. So from very unhappy, can you guys see that, until very happy and everything in between. I like to do like 2 different ones if I'm feeling somewhere in the middle. Anyway, so, and then we have a block, literally a block with the time. So time blocking, and it starts at midnight and goes all the way to midnight. And I've had them go like this, but of course like this would also be an option, but maybe I'll do that some other time. But for now I have them going from left to right. So this is the block from midnight to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, etc, etc, etc. And then what you then get is that you can indicate how much you've actually slept, and visually notice how much you slept. And I like that because then I can take, say, a highlighter or something, like any one of these will do, and just go from, oh, I slept from here to here to here, and then a little bit, half an hour over there. Now, by the way, I had a day off here, so normally I wouldn't be out of bed at 9 or 8:30, but this time I was. And then on the end of the day, I expect that I'll be going to bed around here between 10 and 11, and then we're back here again. So I can visually see how much time I've spent sleeping, and also other things like I've indicated, for instance, when I did my dog walk, and then my breakfast, and then also when I'm chilling. So this is a day off, so I'm doing a lot of chilling. And so I'm chilling over here, I'm chilling over here, chilling over there, dog walk, dinner, journal, and chill. There we go. Record video, I'm doing it right now. And then chilling, and then sleep. So I can also see how much time I spend just doing stuff. So this is not directed activity. This is just time that I take on a day off, in this case, where I'm just doing whatever I feel like. Usually that'll be like YouTube videos and a little bit of hobby stuff or whatever, but not a directed to do. So I see that I have spent quite a bit of time sleeping, and I've only really done useful things in the areas that are still white, and that means not a whole lot. So here I walked and shopped. I'm going to grab this one for that. I went for a walk to pick up a package, and then I grabbed the car, and then I went grocery shopping, and that took me, what is this, 3 hours altogether. because I wanted to go for a good walk. So I spent about an hour of that walking, and then I walked all the way back, got the car, went to get groceries because it's a warm day and I didn't want the cheese, for instance, to melt while I was walking. But then at least I got my 8,000 steps in for the 10,000 that I'm trying to get every day. So I can see that I did something active here. Now, walking a dog, it's not really like, it's a useful thing to do, obviously, but it's more like, it's not a to-do, but it's a daily thing that was useful. I'm going to count journaling as something useful. Recording video is definitely something useful. There we go, journaling. So we see here, aside from breakfast and dinner, they're definitely important, but I wouldn't count that as a super useful activity, and that I spent this much time doing useful things today, and that would be half an hour here, half an hour there, so that's 1 hour. You have 2, 3, 4, and then 5-ish hours of doing something useful out of a 24-hour day. So if you wanted to track how useful you were on a day-to-day basis, then you could do it like that. But you could also say, hey, I want to check how much I'm sleeping. Am I getting enough sleep? Or you could say, I need to plan out all of my appointments on specific times during the day. Say that you have an appointment at 2, then you would like say, oh, I have an appointment at 2. So this is appointment. Just going to give it a different color. It doesn't really matter. So this would be the appointments. And with some of us, we tend to focus on our appointments a lot, and then the rest of the time leading up to that is just kind of gone. But with this, you could say, oh, the appointment is here, but look at all the space that I have. Before then, I could plan other things in there, and then say, take half an hour for travel time over here, block that, and then you have everything blocked out, and you can visually see that it's going to be okay to pop into the store for half an hour around 10 or 11, because it's not going to completely interfere with the rest of your day like that. So I think that is very useful to have a visual time block where you can really plan out the entire day. Now this is the 24-hour version. I have made the 24-hour version available on my Etsy, which you will find linked below. But I realize that not everybody uses a 24-hour clock, so I also have one in the 12-hour clock. So I have like from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. all the way down there. By the way, these smileys, I only have a printer that prints in grayscale, so on my printer they end up being gray. But if you take a PDF and you have a color printer, these will be the standard yellow. So there's that. So that's the time block. And then at the bottom we have a list of other to-dos. Are you able to see that? Yes, I think you can. And some notes. Now, note space is not super huge, but this is not really a journaling layout. This is more of a making sure I realize how much time I have in a day and where everything is within the day, so to speak, visually. So only a small note space and a list of other to-dos that aren't really planned in here. But one of those to-do lists for things like, oh, if I have some time, I'd like to do this, like that type of thing. Nothing particularly planned. For instance, I need to plan an appointment for the dog to go to the vet to get her yearly vaccination. So I would put that on the list and go, oh, sometime today I want to check into their website and pick a time and a place like that. So that is what this is for, and that is basically the entire thing. So that's all you have. You can do it at what you like. I even put little check boxes in the daily sections themselves. Maybe I should grab an empty one so you can see it a little better. So if it is something that you've put in here beforehand, and like between 1 and 2 you're going to have an appointment somewhere and it's done, you want to make sure that you note that you did it, then you can also check that little box there, and then it is sort of also a checkbox item, just bumped it. So that is also a thing you can do with that. So that is the current design of the planner. Like I said earlier, I probably will also be doing a version where the time goes like this, because everybody has a different idea of how time flows. For me personally, I like I'm reading, and that's how I like to see my time. But for other people, I can imagine that they might like to see it like this, or maybe even some other way. I don't know. Make sure to let me know in the comment section what you would think is a good way to set up the time block. And like I said, the Etsy link is in the description, so if you want one of these, either this one or the 24-hour one, you can find the link there. And then it is just one page, and then you can print it. Oh, this is the wrong one. You can print it as many times or a few times as you like, and you can fill your entire planner. One thing to note is that I set it up as an A4, but as you can see, if you just set the settings of your printer in a certain way, you can get them in different sizes, so you can make sure that it's printed in the right size for your planner needs. And the one thing that I changed as opposed to this one. So this is not part of it anymore. I used to have this little section down here because I had a bunch of empty space at the bottom of the page. So I said, like, okay, I'll just make that the random scribble or doodle space. But then I thought, you know what, people want to doodle wherever they want to doodle, so I don't need to indicate that. So I took that off. So now we have an extra. Can I turn the page? We have an extra to do one here. So here you have 5, whereas here you have 4. That is basically it, and basically this entire block is a to-do list, so it's not like you're going to write out of to-do sections. There. That really is the entire story of the planner, the 24-hour and the 12-hour versions. You can find them on Etsy, like I said, and I hope to see you in another video. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.